Welcome back to The Power and the Glory. Today's scripture is taken from the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verses 13 to 14. But before I read the scripture, please like, share, and subscribe. It does make a huge difference to the Google algorithm. And thank you to my existing subscribers for your ongoing support. I really do appreciate it. So I'll read the scripture now. And Moses said to the people, "Do not be afraid, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will accomplish for you today. For the Egyptians whom you see today, you shall see again no more forever. The Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace." So by way of context, Pharaoh has allowed the Israelites to leave Egypt, but then changed his mind suddenly, sending his army to recapture them. The Israelites are now in a sticky situation, hemmed in by mountains on either side, with the Red Sea in front of them, and the Egyptians closing in from behind. The Israelites feel fed up and complain to Moses that they're now in a worse off position than they were as slaves in Egypt, fearing they will now die at the hands of Pharaoh's army. So let's now go to the scripture and look at that in more detail, starting off with "do not be afraid." So this is a command for the Israelites to conquer their own fear and have confidence and faith in God, even while they face seemingly insurmountable odds. They're told to stand still. The Israelites are commanded to stand in faith and keep calm and wait for God's intervention, and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will accomplish for you today. So this means that the people are told to wait for God's direct intervention, trusting that deliverance will come through God's power, not through their own strength. They're told the Lord fights for you. So this is an assurance that the Lord fights for the Israelites, and they should have full confidence in this because he's never lost a battle. They're told to hold your peace. So the Israelites are told to abandon their anxiety, hand over their trust in the outcome of their challenging situation, and put their full faith and trust in God. So this passage is all about divine intervention over human effort. This passage, probably more than most in the Bible, shows God's divine intervention. By any appraisal, it looks like a hopeless situation for the Israelites. This is not a situation they could navigate successfully through with their own power. Their salvation is something only God can accomplish. So what then are our key learnings from this passage of Scripture? Well, it's that the Scripture teaches us some important lessons about putting our full trust in God in overwhelming situations. Many of us face our Red Sea moment, an overwhelming situation where it's tough to see how we can prevail. The mental switch we need to make is that what we see as impossible through our own strength is more than possible through God's power. Our power is finite, God's isn't. So once we've called on God to help, we are to not to fear and stand firm, waiting for him to act, as he will fight our battles for us. It requires a next level of faith where we stand still and trust fully in God and become fully dependent on him for deliverance, rather than reverting to self-reliance and our own strength, allowing God to unleash his full power unhindered by any panicked intervention from us.